Hi everyone. Hope all is well. Welcome back to Intuitive Crafting. One of the most common um, concerns I hear from crafters, in particular knitters and crocheters, and I feel this from time to time myself, is how long it can take to actually complete an item, to complete a scarf, a sweater, whatever it is you're working on. And I'm here to tell you that there are some good reasons why you should not rush the process. Now, I think if you've already taken a liking or a love for knitting or crocheting, you're already, a patient, methodical, detail-oriented person on some level. I think there are times when you want or need a project to be finished sooner than later. If you're on a deadline, you have an order, um, you have your eye on some other yarn you want to work with. So, nevertheless, there are some good reasons to slow it down and enjoy the process. One of the, main things that is beneficial to enjoying the process of knitting or crocheting your item is that it's very meditative. Now, with all of, the hustle and bustle in our daily lives, it's important for your mental health, for your spiritual health, and also sometimes for your physical health to slow it down. And that's where knitting and crocheting comes in. It's very meditative. You know, once you sit down and you've picked up your item, whether you're starting it or picking up where you left off, you get into a rhythm. If you get into a rhythm, there's a good chance that you're enjoying what you're making. It looks good to you. It's pretty. You start to focus on that item and how it is appreciating, how it's growing, how it's getting closer and closer to being finished. But in between that, you're regulating your energy, you're regulating your mind, you're regulating your movements. And so knitting and crocheting is very meditative, it's very soothing, it's good for your blood pressure, it's good for your mind. So don't rush the process because it's meditative. Another good reason to enjoy the process and not rush the process is you're learning something new. Even the most seasoned knitters and crocheters learn something new. It could be that you make a mistake, you have to go back and undo that mistake, and in the process you learn something to do or not to do. So you're always learning something new. If you're working on a new item, you're seeing the benefits of a specific methodology, a specific way of doing things. You're always learning something new. You're learning how your work turns out if you're rested versus if you're tired. Sometimes you can look back and say, wow, my stitches are different when I'm tired. My work is better when I'm rested and focused or relaxed. So you learn something new. The third thing is, and I touched on this just, as I was talking about learning something new, you learn from your mistakes. You can think that something as simple as even, a um, good yarn, a yarn that you liked, you thought it would be beautiful to work with or to have a certain effect. And sometimes you find out that yarn wasn't the greatest for that project. Um, those needles are harder to work with, and now I have to go back and redo it with better needles. So you learn from your mistakes. It's so important to learn from your mistakes. One of the things that is thankfully transferable about becoming an artist, whether it's a fiber artist, a visual artist, a painting artist, a musical artist, is that the effort, the time, the practice it takes to, master a craft is transferable to other crafts. You may be good at knitting. Once you pick up crocheting, you learn that a lot of the skills that it took for you to be a good knitter also can make you a good crocheter. You could be a good crocheter and you want to try becoming a watercolor artist. Some of those skills, such as patience, attention to detail, um, specific brushes, specific types of paint, brands of watercolor paint, can make all the difference. Something you learned as a crocheter that's transferable to watercolor, and so on and so on. Overall, as well, you learn to be appreciative of all types of art. Um, you could go into a museum where you weren't um, engaged in any type of craft before, and you can appreciate the paintings on one level. But once you start working with different mediums, and you may knit, you may crochet, you may paint, you may sing, you develop a natural appreciation for how much time, effort, patience, and skill goes into those paintings. So it's never lost. If you don't rush the process, if you take your time and just appreciate the journey, just appreciate, it sounds so you know common to say that, but if it's true, but if you just take your time, appreciate the process, appreciate even the mistakes that you make, you can learn so much, and you become better. You become better at everything that you do. So remember, don't rush the process. Enjoy it. It's meditative. It can help you learn new things. It can help you learn from your mistakes. And really, I think one of the most important things is that it can help you appreciate art in its various forms. So I just want to thank you for stopping by. If you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them below, specifically to crocheting or knitting. I'm happy to share any of my insights, information, um, answer any questions you have. Please like this video, and also subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Thank you. Take care.